Hello everyone, and welcome to our first Frostpunk episode. Today, we're going to be starting off, I didn't know what mode to exactly play, so there's scenarios, and these are the 4 different stories you can play through, and then there's just an endless mode, so I figured, just to start off, we'll go through the 4 main stories, and then we might do an endless mode playthrough and just see how far we can get into it. So before we do begin, be sure to subscribe for more content just like this. Now, let's just get right into it. A new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way out, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world has come, or the world as we know it has crumbled. The world definitely didn't. Didn't come. I don't know if I'm gonna go too into depth as to me explaining this game. I'm gonna kind of figure you guys have a general understanding of the game, at least I hope. I explained it pretty good. I'll put an annotation in the top right hand of this video just now. If you guys want to go back and watch my first video where I kind of explained the base of the game, I'll do some explaining as we go through this. But first things first, we're gonna want to get some coal. So we have little workers in here, as you can see down here. These are our people. In the top right hand, you can see we have 65 out of 80. We can send these guys out here. Is this a coal pile? That's wood crates. We can send these guys out here to get us some materials. So I'm going to send some guys out, get us some coal. We're going to stockpile up on that. I'm also going to send 15 to get some wood crates, because we're going to want to build some tents for these people. Because as you can see in the kind of above the Discontent down here, I can't really show you with the cursor. There's 80 with a little house. That's 80 people who don't have a home. So I'm going to do my best to try and get them home. The best thing about this is, if you could see in the upper left hand, there's our resources. There's coal, which is going up. There's wood, steel, and there's something called steam packs. That's later on. As you can see, there's a pause, play, fast forward, and like triple fast forward. We can kind of speed this up, let them go a little bit faster. The time obviously does pass, but we can do that, and it'll just make this playthrough a lot easier. Let's see what this is. There's so much to do and not enough hands to do it. A quick way of addressing this problem is to put our children to work. I don't think I'm going to sign that law. There are laws, book of laws, and this is different paths we can choose. Can either choose 2 different options, which will affect it further down the line, or there's just one and then it'll open up different ones. What they wanted is for child labor, and this is just so we can send children to work. Let me show you. Let me pause this. As you can see, we'll go to that coal pile. You see how there's workers and engineers. Under this, there will be an extra children tab where we can send children to work at these places. If you can see the Discontent, we want to keep that low in the whole pie. So to do that, I'm not going to put kids to work. We're going to build child shelters, but we're not going to do it yet. We are going to do soup, because food is very scarce in this game, especially early on. So I'm going to unlock the soup, which will help us kind of conserve our food. Then we're going to fast forward this a little bit, stall. Okay, so as you can see, where's the thermo? I know there's a thermo view of things. I kind of forget how to do it. Maybe it's on here. No. Okay, well, people have a base. Like you see how this up here, the temperature's chilly, there's a low risk of getting ill. This isn't a building where our people are going to be at, so that I don't care if that's cold. When we turn this generator on, it's going to take up some of our coal, and as you can see here, oh, yeah, food. this place should also start getting warmer. At least I hope. Or else that would have been very embarrassing. I don't see it getting warmer. Oh yeah, there it goes. Now it's a livable temperature, and now there's a very low risk of getting ill. If that reaches at the top, it's gonna turn red, and that basically just removes the risk of getting ill. So do we have 60? What we do? We can fully house 60 of our people. So let's do that. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll do 6. Okay. And we're gonna speed this up. And concept. Also, you know how we did that soup law in the bottom right hand corner. You can kind of see that, that law, the same symbol here, the book of laws, the symbol in the bottom right side of the screen. It has a yellow bar around it now. Once that gets all the way down and there's no yellow bar, we can implement another law. And you just keep doing that until obviously you get all the laws that you need. Okay, it's turning nighttime. Our people are gonna stop work and start building their homes. And oh, we actually do have an injured. Oh, we actually need 20 more homes. We can actually build this right now. 1, 2. We could do 1, and then we'll put another one right behind here. We'll have those, and as you can see, there's a little cross. Those are the amount of injured people we have. So in our construction tab, we're gonna have to go to health soon. Build us a medical post, but we just spent wood on homes for these people, so they're gonna have to wait a little bit. And we can introduce law. Let's see what we have. Radical life. I think we're gonna want to do emergency. Actually, that's gonna raise discontent. We're gonna do radical treatment. So we're gonna do everything we can to cure the gravely ill, like frostbite and stuff, and this can go all the way up to amputees and surgeries. So it's gonna lower or raise discontent. It's gonna raise hope, which hope's good. We want that high. We don't want discontent high. The gravely ill can now be healed in medical posts, which we do want. And roughly 30% of the gravely ill treated in a medical post will be left as amputees, which isn't good because that means they're kind of just going to be taking up space because they're amputees. They can't do much. But I like that better than sustain life because this, it just keeps the people alive. They're not going to be treated, no amputees. It'll raise the hope, but it'll also lower discontent or raise discontent. The gravely ill will not be treated and once again remain a burden. But at least with radical treatment later on in the game, we can start making prosthetics and get these people back to work. So we're gonna get radical, and we're gonna fast forward time a little bit. Our coal stockpile is trying to get high. That's good. These people have some pretty warm. Yeah, you see how it's red now. That's comfortable. That's the temperature, and these people up here can't get ill. So I think I kind of want to have a living quarters area. So there's going to be a section where it's just living quarters, and this isn't a very large amount of space. It does look pretty wide, but it's not that wide. It's a decent amount. We'll make it do. And now that we have enough wood, we can make 2 medical posts. And as you see over here, we have workers and engineers. Engineers are the only ones that can work in these medical posts. So I'm gonna try to find our engineers and actually new law. We're gonna build a, let's see. The gravely ill and amputees will be cared for at a low cost in special homes. So with that, it takes them out of our care houses right here, and it'll put them in their own special place where they'll be taken care of. Let's go back and read it. The gravely ill are kept alive in care houses and no longer a burden in medical posts, just like I just said. Residents of the care houses eat half as much, which is amazing. Hope will rise slightly, and the only downside is we're obviously going to have to spend the resources to build this care house. So we're definitely going to do that. We're going to make that a law. And I need to find our engineers. Yeah, over here. We'll put some workers over here because we need to put some engineers in our medical posts. And I have 5 extra engineers, so we're gonna send them back out to this coal pile to continue, or that's wood pile, to continue to grab us some wood that we can obviously further use to build more buildings. Pretty soon I'm gonna add some roads over here. I'm gonna continue the road up here, kind of wrap it around, and I'm gonna build our care house over here. So we're gonna do that soon. I'm gonna fast forward it today so these guys get working. This game, obviously, it's going at a pretty fast pace. We're already at day 3, and this we started like what, maybe 10 minutes ago. That's an amazing thing about this, because if you do watch my Minecraft LPs, they're recorded across multiple spans of time. So like one episode can maybe take a week of multiple recordings, edited together. This, I feel like, since we have the power to kind of slow it down, speed it up, slow it down, we can get what we need an episode, have it all done in one sitting, which is obviously just amazing. It kind of makes me want to do these episodes more, because with the Minecraft LP episodes, just they take a little bit too long, which can be kind of annoying, and like, oh, I gotta waste, I just finished the episode, I gotta go ahead and take another week to work on another one. Not saying I don't like it, I do, but it can get annoying when I want to work on other content, kind of like the Road Company videos. We're starting to get a large amount of coal, as you can see in the top left, so I'm gonna take some of our workers and get them over to these wood crates, because our wood is obviously low. And yeah, we're gonna fast forward a little bit, let the wood kind of, and obviously, oh, we're hungry. Okay, we have enough for a care house. Let me build that. There we go. We're gonna get that building. It's gonna build up. I think I'm gonna need some more engineers for this building as well. Let me see. Nope, it's just a place to store the people. So we're gonna build this right behind our 2 medical posts, so the people from our medical posts can come right over to the care house with the sick. It's a comfortable temperature. So yeah. Also, as you can see in the top, we're at negative 0.4 Fahrenheit. It's gonna get pretty low. Like it gets very, very low. Negative 0.4 is very, very generous. That's a generous amount of temperature, if that's the right way to say it. So trust me, as the time goes on, it gets pretty cold. As you can see, right below our food bar, so the first one's raw food, that's the raw food, and the one next to it, that's the cooked food. That's what we have to turn the raw food into. Right below that, you can see that there's kind of our time scale, and you can see what days are gonna get colder, when it's gonna get warmer, so you can kind of gauge what you need to do around the temperature that day. So as you can see, tomorrow is gonna get a little bit colder, so if we wanted to, we don't have it unlocked, we could kind of bump the steam level for our generator up to 2, but we don't have it researched yet, so we can't do that. But we still should be fine, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. We're gonna have this continue going a little bit. If you guys are liking this so far, I mean, even if you haven't never seen this game, I hope some of you can still enjoy it. It's very entertaining, especially to me. I love playing this game. It's fun to watch as well. I've watched a couple playthroughs. So if you do enjoy it just like me, let me know in the comments. Maybe we could chat a little bit. And yeah. And in the bottom, as you can see, there's a little cross, but it's gray now. I believe that does mean that there's I need to check, because like I said in that first video I ever made, I'm kind of as new to this as you guys. Yeah, I don't know. As you can see, it just got colder. It went from negative 4 Fahrenheit to negative 40 Fahrenheit. That's very cold, and the temperature in these buildings just went down to chilly, so now they have a low risk of getting ill instead of a very low. but it's just the price we have to pay. Out here in the materials are gathering, it's all the way down at very cold, and this, it's a high risk of low risk of becoming gravely ill. So them coming out to their workstations to get the materials is pretty risky at the moment, but it's something we're just gonna have to do. Obviously, we're just beginning. We need to get these materials. I'm gonna extend the road up a little bit, and I'm gonna wrap it around over here, bring it down, and we're gonna get a food, some food started. So we're gonna get a cookhouse going right over here. And this is the place that is going to take our raw food, like I said, and turn it into that cooked food so people can eat it. And this other building, the hunter's hut, they go out at nighttime, collect the raw food, and then in the morning, the people at the cookhouse turn it into cooked food. It's a very simple. Oh, we have a little situation over here. Frostbite. One of our people has become gravely ill due to frostbite. This will keep happening if people have to work in such cold. Yeah, like I just said, it's pretty cold out here. There's a low risk of people becoming gravely ill, just like frostbite. But I do believe we took the necessary precautions with the radical treatment and care house to, get everything situated with that. I'm not too worried. It's obviously not great to have your workers get frostbite, but it's not something that's gonna ruin us right now. Let's see. Now, I do believe people. We're gonna focus on the healing part of this. So we're gonna come over down to this, and we can either have overcrowding or extra rations for the ill. Extra rations. Sorry. We can just use extra rations of food, obviously, in medical facilities to speed up recovery for people, and then the overcrowding, we just, double capacity in the buildings for more patients in them. But obviously, the extra capacity will cause discontent, and then right away, discontent will rise slightly. So as you can see, discontent right now is pretty high. It also raises with the weather. So if it gets really cold, discontent will be high. If it gets pretty warmer, like on day 6, as you can see up there, once it gets to day 6, discontent will lower a little bit because it's going to be warmer. We need some workers over here, so we're going to snag 5 from here and put them in here. And we're going to make that soup that we got earlier from that law, just to save on our food for now. So and we also have a new law, so let me slow down time real quick and look over these. Oh no, we just didn't choose the law yet. I was going over it then kind of forgot. We're going to do overcrowding. I know it doesn't look good right now, but we need to do it. It's going to help us in the long run, especially in the early game. Also, a quick thing to note is once you get a law, you can't go back and change it. So if I choose overcrowding, this entire game we play it's gonna have overcrowding. I can't go back and change it to extra rations. So you have to be smart about it, and I'm gonna take the risk, and we're gonna choose overcrowding. I think it'll help me. I hope so. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Nothing too much I can do. We're gonna take people off this steel wreckage and just put them over in here and then over here. It's I believe it's, we're on day 5. You see how discontent just raised a lot. We don't want that to get at the max, because once it gets to the max, we basically we're done for. And temperature too cold this building. Okay, let me slow time down a little bit. Oh, cold pile depleted. That's perfect. We're gonna send some workers over to this coal pile, and we're also gonna send them to this steel wreckage. If this has a little temperature drop thing above it, that means that the temperature in this building is too cold for it to work. So right now, we have 0 raw food because we cooked it all, but no food is going to be made. Simply because it's too cold. This generator is not reaching out here enough. There's certain things down the line that you can do to change this, whether that's upgrade the generator, or you can get little heating in these buildings. You can upgrade the buildings themselves to have higher heat. You can get little posts that you can put in the street. A lot of different things you can do. obviously right now we're just starting off, we don't have access to that. We're gonna go to the construction. As you can see through these tabs, a lot of it is, you know, locked. Like over here it's all locked, and in the top we only have 5 tabs. There's a total of I don't know I don't know the exact amount. It spans across the entire top of the screen basically though, so there's some more tabs we have to unlock, and this workshop is what's gonna do that. So I think we want to build that soon, but sadly I do believe food is more important to us right now. So we're gonna get a hunter's hut built, then we're gonna work on that workshop, and then I think that's gonna be this episode. So I kind of want this area over here to be our kind of people area, and then obviously we can scatter, because you can see there's these things over here, these things over here, this over here. I'll get more into that when the time comes. So I think over here is going to be kind of our industrial area where we have buildings like this. So I'm going to build, I think I'm going to just extend the road back once again. I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm going to build that hunter's hut right behind it, right here. We're going to get that built. Do we have extra workers? We do. So let's put some of them to work in these surrounding places. People, oh, I accidentally pressed A. Build a workshop. From time to time, okay, hold on. Let's see. Actually, let's get some people in here. Okay, people are hungry. Yeah, sometimes these things pop up. Captain, some of our people here are to... I can't speak. Some of our people are here to talk about the lack of food. They've been hungry for days now, and they fear that soon they'll begin to starve. They want you to do something. So this can either give you different options. Let's feed them. This will give me 3 days to feed everyone. Then this one's a little bit harder. You'll have 3 days to feed everyone, and then also on top of that, stockpile 40 food rations. And then here, I won't address it, and then discontent will rise, which is obviously not good. I don't know if I can, you know, begin to stockpile or even feed everyone, so I'm gonna not address this and have the discontent raise. I do believe food will hopefully be taken care of soon. Day 6 is gonna bring us some warmth, so hopefully this building can get warmed up. And this building doesn't really need warmth because they just hunt at night. I believe they're actually hunting right now. Yeah, as you can see, they're getting 11 raw food a day, and here, you know, that's that. Do I have any more people? I have 2 engineers to spare, so I can send them out. Also, if you see the bottom left, sometimes I'll get missions, and right now it's to build a workshop, build the beacon, and then rescue survivors from our lost expedition. That might be something we get into the next episode, but we will begin the workshop this episode. Let's see what we have here. The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree with everything they ask for. If you fix a problem your way, it's fine. That's literally what we just went through with the whole food thing. You know, I can always choose the bad answer and fix it later on. So, let's see that workshop. I do have enough. I do. Let's get this built right. We're going to build this right back here. Let's get that built quick. Got no time to waste. We're going to get that built, get some workers in there, and I'm going to explain this. And then that'll be today's episode. So I need some engineers. Oh, it kind of pulled it up for me. I need to snag some engineers. Are there any spare engineers working out here? I don't believe so. I believe all of our engineers are taken up right now. We have some of this. We can fill that up. Okay, yeah, 5. We only have 4. That's fine. Basically, this building is for research. If you look at the bottom, you see that there's that on the right side at the bottom next to our hope and discontent. That's our law. You know, that shows when we can choose a new law. But on the left side of that, it actually shows a little kind of like a family tree thing. I think that's a good way for me to describe it. That's this technology tree that you unlock by building this. Basically, you spend resources to get different things. Um, the Steam Hub thing, I can spend 10 wood to unlock Steam hubs that I'll obviously have to spend more resources on to build. But I think we're gonna build the beacon because as you can see, the bottom left side it says build a beacon. That's the next part of our mission. So we're gonna get that beacon started, and I think that's gonna be it for this episode. As you can see, bottom right, it's at 0%. That's because if you see in this tab right here, workers work from 8 to 18, or basically 4. Oh, temperature is getting lower, -22, and discontent is lowering at the bottom. So yeah, once it becomes worker hours, it's currently 7:40. We'll fast forward a little bit, show you, and then that'll start going up once it gets to 8, and then at 18, 18 it'll stop, and it'll just continue the next day. So that is it for our first episode. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like rating, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to comment down your thoughts on this series. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. And thank you guys for checking in this episode. Thank you for watching this far into the episode, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.